So there's an interesting story that you told about getting into an altercation with Kanye West's Bodyguard. Now, I was dying when I was hearing you talk about this.
Yeah.
You need to tell our viewers what the hell happened because this is
Well,
hilarious.
it's the truth. Well, it's a former guy. You know, they ended up firing him because he kept doing stuff like that.
Really?
Yeah, he kept like beating up on people, man. Like, dude was crazy. It is a true story. Like, we was at a club, and hopefully I can remember everything like I can. But GLC was one of my good friends, who works with Kanye. He's on the songs, Drive Slow and Spaceship. But we all just hanging out, having a good time. You know what I'm saying? And like, I've been in the section the whole time. Like, it was a section. It was Kanye West, Melissa Ford. I forgot who else was there, but we was all just chilling, right? So next thing you know, he bumped me. I'm like, hey, brother, you just bumped me, man. Like, you supposed to be in here? I'm like, yeah, I'm supposed to be in here, right? So we get out of here, right? I'm like, man, you crazy. So I go grab the bottle to pour more Moet. He just yelled out, bottle! And I'm looking around like, bottle? And then, as if I was trying to hit him with it, right? Like, what is he talking about? Man, that dude gave me the business and like carried me out. I remember them floating me on top of people. I got thrown out like Jazz. He threw me out like how they threw Jazz out of Fresh Prince. It was like that. And I remember being on the ground. Like, people was like, you ain't gonna get in the club like that. Like, I just was in there. Cause my shirt was all ripped up. And I remember, I remember hitting everybody up and everybody was apologizing. But he ended up getting fired because he did that like a couple of times, I heard.
Right. What did Kanye say?
I don't know.
You weren't embarrassed at all? Like, you're literally around all these like big celebs.
I remember and this is so fun because I was still like a newer comic. Like, I was coming up, but I was still new. It was the craziest. And I remember going on stage the next day, and that's when it was like the story, that's online, the YouTube version, that's me telling it the day after. So it was still so fresh in my mind. Like, even now, I'll probably tell a quicker version than I just did. But at that time, it was so fresh, that's my comedy. Like, I'm okay with just talking about whatever happens to me. And that was so fresh in my mind.
What else has happened to you? I know you had something that happened on Father's Day.
Right.
You want to talk about it?
But see, that's so funny. It's not the craziest thing. The problem is, it's the only time I've been popular. For instance, if I was me now when the Kanye West thing happened, that would have been a big damn deal. Like, it would have been viral, it would have been all kind of weird. I'd have sued him. No, I'm joking. But so Father's Day weekend, which is another one of those situations where it's like, I got surprised it became anything. Like, when I remember reading the story, and I'm like, wait a minute, I ain't get out the car and just knock somebody out. I wouldn't even drive it. But what happened was, and this is a weird story, after the Game 7 of the finals, right? That was Game 7, a great finals game. One of my homegirls that was at the bar watching it with us was like, yo, I'll take you back to your hotel. Because I was going to call an Uber or whatever. She's like, yo, you like 10 minutes away, I'll drop you off. I'm like, fine. So when we started driving, I got hungry, which everybody do, after you had a good time. Like, let's stop at the Papa John's, get some food. And we parking, right? I'm looking at my phone, basically, I don't know what I was like. I might have been like on soul swiping or something, swiping left and right. I don't know what I was doing, but I wasn't paying no attention. And next thing I know, I hear this dude coming to the car snapping. And I'm looking around like, what are you snapping at? Like, you hit my car, you hit my fucking car. And she get out the car, right? I'm still in the car. And he started yelling at her. So it's a dude, and you yelling at a female face. That's when I get out the car, like, bro, what's the problem? She hit my fucking car. And I'm like, let me see. So we go look at the car. I don't see a scratch on that motherfucker, right? So it's like, what the fuck is he talking about? You hit my fucking car, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, man, ain't nobody hit shit. You tripping, blah, blah, blah. Right. This is where it gets weird at. This is why this story even exists. So he's snapping at shit. They start arguing again. She pulls some old Chicago chick shit like, fuck this, I'm out of here. Get in the car and pull off without me, right? So my phone in the fucking car, I'm standing there, right? So I'm like, oh shit. Like, I remember watching the car drive off like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, how do you make a move like that? You don't tell no fucking body, right? So you just pull off, fuck this nigga, pull off, right? So now dude, like, at that point, that guy he's like, the energy is towards you now. And he just starts snapping at me. We go back and forth. I offer some bread. Like, bro, what do you want for this, man? I would just give you some money. He didn't want the money, which means, he was really on some old aggressive other shit, because first of all, I didn't even hit your car if you felt like somebody hit it.
Right.
And he like, well, you're in on it. Man, she got my phone. First of all, you think I would call an Uber to get the fuck out of here? Like, what? Which is why, like, when I read the story about me knocking him out, it's a big guy, so that wasn't gonna happen. You know what I mean? Only thing I did was create some space. He ended up whooping my ass, and I got arrested. So
why?
I don't fucking know.
He swung first?
Did he swing first?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't necessarily swinging. It's hard to describe this. It's like, no, because when you're in each other's face, when you're a guy, it's not, he too tall for me to hit, first of all.
Right.
If I'd have knocked this man out, I would have left. I've never heard nobody knock somebody out and then be like, let me wait on the police.
Yeah.
That doesn't make any fucking sense, right? So we ended up on the ground. He ended up whooping my ass, put knots in my head. Police come. I'm happy to see the cops thinking they gonna talk to us about the shit or whatever. They put me in cuffs. I'm in the car like, what the fuck are y'all doing? Which he was very cocky about because he knew that they would arrest. It was weird. But we ended up going to court and we went to criminal court first. And the judge heard the story and was like, now come on. Like I didn't even have to testify. I was not guilty after his testimony.
Right.
Because there was so many holes in the story. It was all, the judge looked at this guy like, so you mean to tell me, you and this dude just, because he made it seem like we was wrestling on the ground and like, fuck that. If I at least got to wrestle you, I would have ran the fuck away. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
You think I would sat there and just took this L?
Did he end up knowing who you were?
I don't think at the time, which made it interesting,
Right.
Like I'm dealing with a lawsuit now, which is, I'm learning about law, I guess. So you go to criminal court and you're not guilty, but a person can still sue you for whatever they story want to tell, whatever. So it's fucking weird. Like I can't believe I'm getting sued for getting my ass whooped, but it is what it is.
Why didn't the cops put him in cuffs? Or did
they? I don't know. I mean, let me say why I don't. I'm trying to say it the right way. I mean, I am a black man, so I mean, it's the game, ain't it? Ain't that how it goes? So
that's the sad part.
It's one of those, it is sad. It's sad where I don't know. It's so messed up. We to a point now where it's just what it is. Right. You understand what I'm saying? Like I remember being in the car, like, "Hey, can I?" Y'all pulled up. He was on top of me, hitting me. So y'all don't care what I got to say.
But it seems like you're not even upset about that. It's like you're used to that. Like you expect that to happen.
Well, so I was very upset about it when it happened. I was happy I didn't get killed. It's still Chicago. It could have went so many different ways, man.
Right.
And it didn't. So like I take that L. I mean, the only thing I didn't like was like the story blew up and it wasn't all the right details and it was just. I think if I wasn't me, it wouldn't have been no big. I don't think he would have showed up to court the first time.
Right.
If it which once again he didn't know who I was until, it broke out on TMZ. Then you get some lawyers, hey man, I'm Shibidi Bobops, and
right.
So yeah, but it was weird, and it felt like that day was nothing else going on in the news. Like it was the weirdest day of my life. I'm like, wait a minute, I'm not even. I didn't think I was like, I don't think I'm famous at all, but I'm like, I ain't that dude. Like you ain't got no video, but this is based on a story.
Right.
What the fuck? Nah. You know what I mean? It went everywhere, and it was. I was a little upset at like Chicago media, honestly, as far as like people I've done interviews with and stuff like that, and just not contacting me. First of all, to make sure I was okay, and just to get whatever the real story was, and it just ran with it. I feel like people love negativity. It was like I experienced everything you needed to experience right now, so you get it, so it won't happen again. Like, ain't gonna be no more fight stories from Lil Rel, I'll tell you that. Like,
Did you find out where the girl went?
Man, so she tell me, she said she didn't realize I wasn't in the car till like, she was like 5 blocks away. by the time when she came back, I was already arrested and gone.
Oh man.
And this is what I found out in court. I didn't even know she came back.
Oh.
I haven't talked to her. Like it's I talked to her the next day to get my phone back. Like I hit her up on my laptop. You know, you can text, you know, people. And I remember her argue with me. I said, how you able to text me? I'm on my laptop. Motherfucker, bring my damn phone back. And but yeah, I you know, it's unfortunate, like you help somebody else and then that happens to you, and it's like, ain't that a bitch? I should have went with my first mind and took the Uber to my hotel. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's just what it's.
Uber regrets.
Uber regrets. $12. $12. Look, this is what it's so
No
fucked up.
lawsuits.
All it cost me was $12 to get back to my hotel.
Right.
Now I got to deal with fucking lawsuits. God damn. Uber people, Uber home.